Here we are. Hey, what's up? It's Keith. In this video, I want to talk about my drone crashing experience. What does that mean? Well, I finally got one of these drone things. That's what I'll call it, one of these drone things. This is the Yuneec Typhoon G, see? And it's different than the one, if you watch B&B Lawn Care, he's got the Phantom DJI ones or whatever. This one's bigger than that one, but I don't know the difference. All I know is that these things were crazy expensive, and I always wanted one, but I was never going to spend the money, and I wait for the price to drop. They're like $1,800, then $1,500, $1,400, then $1,250 with the built-in 4K camera, and then they finally dropped down to $899 for the version where there's like no camera, and you got to supply your own gimbal and 4K GoPro. And I bought a GoPro last year, and then I walked in Best Buy the other night. They had this thing for $499, and they had the DJI Phantom for $499 too, not the brand new Super one or whatever, but the standard model. But the difference was, for $499, this one came with the gimbal setup and everything, and all you had to do was slap your GoPro on it and go. The DJI Phantom, you had to buy the gimbal for $200 or something bucks. So this was the best deal, and I did a bunch of research on it. It's a really good drone, right? Well, I didn't want to spend the money. I left. I'm like, you know, I've wanted a drone for a long time. I want the cool cinematic aerial footage in my YouTube videos, and I want my videos to be more entertaining, but I don't want the responsibility of a drone, and I don't want to spend the money. So anyways, I went back a couple times because I know I've always wanted it. I said, you know what, dude, I'm not going to hire someone to make my videos cinematic. So I just got the damn thing, right? I put my camera on it. I go outside in the parking lot by my office here, and I fly it right into a freaking tree. Because I had twisted it around, right? So forward was backwards and backwards is forward. So if you press forward, this mug is coming backwards, right? So it was going towards a tree. And I pressed backwards, but it went faster into the tree, man. This thing went like 30 miles an hour into a tree. And I was like, oh. So I go on the ground, the blades are all shattered and it's sitting there twitching, and the freaking gimbal's hanging off of it. I got replacement parts coming, and the camera's sitting there going like this. I'm like, damn it. So I know you think it's funny, right? Here I am sitting here putting glue all over. If you can see, I cracked the whole body. See all that glue, and shredded the blades off of it. It came with replacement blades, luckily, and I put the replacement blades on it. And then I didn't notice that this remote, look at this crazy ass remote, has something called a smart mode. Yeah, that means it won't let you, it like keeps the drone balanced, and it won't let you get too close to it so the blades don't come hit you in the frickin' eye. This thing has a mode called smart mode. That means that you can't get too close to it. Well, the thing is like flying towards my truck in the parking lot. I'm like, no, I don't want it to fly towards the truck. So I run after it like a kid chasing a soccer ball or something. Oh, that's loud. Very loud. So I run after it, and the thing's going away from me because it won't let me get near it, and it goes right into the truck and shatters all the blades right off of it. I was so frustrated, dude. I'm like, I can't believe what I got myself into. So luckily there was enough blades in the box just to put the tattered, broken blades back on. So these blades are tattered. I don't know if you can see it in the video. And I mean, it flies. This thing goes. And I learned how to use it the hard way. So I learned that, oh, you can also see with the camera, it goes up 1,490 feet, 30 miles per hour. You can see the whole city, dude. This thing is awesome, at least to me. The Yuneec Typhoon G. But I learned why you have to go in like a wide open area when you first launch it, at least if you're at my level, which is completely novice. But once you get the hang of it, you're good. You can zip around, do anything that you want to do. It's just getting the hang of it. Oh, I can fly this drone the best. I can fly you. Well, listen, I'm old, okay? This is the battery. These weird battery contraptions, man. You're gonna put the GoPro on it. You need these super high capacity XD UH3S1 SD cards to get the footage in 4K. It's a big hassle and I don't want to deal with it, but I want the footage to look good in the videos. Something else. Oh yeah. I wanted to play something for you real quick. Over this, just wanted to show this in my video. If you didn't see this in my last video, this is totally awesome. TY's Paper Vehicles. Complete replica of my truck. This guy, Taylor Joseph Hurst, sent this to me. Thank you. This is freaking awesome. And I also got another gift here. This is from, you've seen this in another video, William Elling of Young Masters Tree Service. Look up this guy, dude. His face on his Facebook is like looks like a Santa Claus. You see, it's my tree mentor with a big beard. William Elling. This guy's a genius, right? He's an arborist. But I wanted to play something for you. Excuse me, it's dry in here. I have all these toys. I'm a grown man and I have toys sitting around. It's kind of odd how that turned out. When I was a kid, I used to like G.I. Joes with the battle tanks. You press the button and the missile launches. I'd have it up all over the floor by my Lamborghini waterbed. There was one point in my life, we grew up really poor. There was one small period where I had a Lamborghini waterbed. Best memory of my life. So I want to play this for you. Remember that kid I sent the backpack, the blower to? He left me this message, and this meant the world to me. If you saw, you know what I mean.
Hey Keith, I really want to say thank you
wait, I got
so
you.
much for
Listen to
this.
this.
Blower just came today,
Yeah.
and it looks. I want to say.
Here you go.
Hey Keith, I really want to say thank you so much for buying me this blower. Just came today, and it looks very nice. Thank you so much for giving me this awesome blower, and thank you for letting me be on YouTube. I love you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Dude, isn't that awesome? That's amazing. Somebody said to me, they're like, why the hell would you do that? Why would you spend money? I'm like, it doesn't have anything to do with that, dude. If I swear to God now, I know for a fact that I'm not motivated by money. I've been angry at money. I've went through hell and grown a business, and running a business is absolute hell. And I know my channel is about landscaping, but I learned when I got offered a lot of money to, believe it or not, I got offered 300 grand to help grow a technology company and to walk away from my company. 300 grand a year and to work. Oh, you're crazy. Why don't you take that? Because I learned that I'm not motivated by money. I'm motivated by purpose. But if I had a lot of money, and I know I will one day, probably pretty soon, whatever, and I hope you do too, I just know I'll do the right things. I know I'll help people, and I know I'll give, what would it feel like to walk out of I'm just making this up, I'm hallucinating, but to walk out of a hospital where kids are, dying of cancer, and you walk out bawling your eyes out because you donated, and you feel amazing, and you just, go sit in your truck and just cry because you now have the ability to give. What if you were able to, I don't know, what if you're rich and a kid wanted a drone and you sent him a drone? I don't know how that creates value as far as, but I watched this video where these, one of my favorite gurus, he call him a guru, he flew over to like Ethiopia or Africa or something, and people in America would be like, well, what about the starving kids here? Well, that's true, right? But anyways, he spent money to build these two kids schools for these kids, and they dug like a well and they made water and everything, and then they had teachers come in, and then they set up like a community over in this extremely poor country, and it showed all these kids running with tattered clothes, and they were happy and they were making art and stuff like that. And so I'm watching this video because I follow this stuff, and I never was like that, why? I don't know, I was messed up. But I'm sitting here bawling my eyes out watching this on my phone, and the wife was trying to look like, what are you crying about? because I realize, like, there are innocent people who have nothing, and it's not their fault that they've been dealt like the worst of the worst. And I don't want to get into like our system and how things are, but I just think that, I don't know, something's changing inside of me. I'm seeing a bigger picture, man. And it's important to really love and care for and help people. Here's another one. I'm driving in traffic yesterday, and there's cars everywhere, and people are tense because it's kind of rush hour. But I something came over. I'm like, wait a second. It's us. It's not them driving. Me against them. It's us. These are my brothers and sisters, man. I'm serious. Like, I felt like this is us. All the people in traffic and everywhere that you see, it's us. And they have their aunts, their uncles, their husbands, their wives, their grandmothers. What if some old lady in traffic was driving all slow, and you're like, get out of my way, right? You just cut off your grandma. Would you cut off your grandma? Think about stuff like that. Back when I was a young guy, I was like 18, 19, I was so stressed out. I was working 2 jobs, and I was behind on the bills, and I'd wake up late for work, so tired, you're shaking, and I would get in my truck and just floor it and go like 90 to be at work. And I remember getting pulled over and stuff, and I was cutting people off when I was driving like a psycho because I was stressed out. It was really what I was, because I just felt unworthy. I didn't understand, you know, so frustrated. Well, I was like, what if I would have hit somebody? What if I would have smashed into somebody? You don't think about that stuff when you're young. You don't think of it, like, you're stuck in your own. And I guess as you grow older, you really start to see things differently. This is, it's amazing. So I won't keep going on about that, but I got the crazy drone, and I'll show videos of flying and stuff like that. I got to get to work on my book. I'm writing a book called The Window Cleaning Blueprint, How to Start a Window Cleaning Business Right Now, No Startup Money. This, I will say now, is world class. It will be the most detailed, comprehensive book, step by step, that you can get your hands on. And I would like to say in the world, as far as my video course too. My landscaping course and my landscaping book, those were like very basic, but this will be a lot more in depth because, you know, I'm growing too, right? And I love creating information that helps people. I had a dream, I think it was last night, and just because I get a lot of emails. I mean, imagine a guy had getting eviction notice like I was, and broke and trying to feed his family, and then he happens to see my videos where I'm like, dude, you can start a window cleaning business right now with nothing. And he just goes out and does it, and he's watching my videos. He's like, I don't know this Keith guy, but I'm gonna believe him. And then he goes out and he starts making money and grows a business, and it's working, you know. And there's people watching my videos that I don't even know, and I get messages from people that, like, this stuff is powerful. So you can make videos on YouTube about yourself, all about me, and I did a little bit of that too in the beginning in my episodes, a little bit too much about me, but I've also been the same guy who really, you know, does this for other people, you know what I mean? And if you think you want to, I don't know what it would be like to have 1 million subscribers. Maybe that'd be cool one day, but I know I'm at I think something almost 17,000 subscribers now. It are 16.5. It's interesting when you have people waving to you in traffic and approaching you in public places and stuff like that. It can actually be stressful too when you have people saying, dude, I Facebooked you twice. You're an asshole. How come you're not returning my Facebook message? See how much you care. And you've got like 200 people saying that. It's not like 200 people a day, but I'm just kind of exaggerating. But it's a lot of people that want to talk to you and get a hold of you, and that want advice, or, you know, just want you to get on the phone with them for a minute and say, dude, I believe in you. And I'll tell you right now, I believe in you. Totally. So, yes, and I'm also thinking about rebranding my whole channel, because I kind of slapped together all the graphics, landscaping, employee trap. It's like a cartoon of a guy, and I'm like, it looks like a cartoon, man. It's not that bad. I guess you can remember it. But I've gotten in touch and I've made friends with a graphic designer and a web designer. This guy is professional. And so I'm going to maybe do some rebranding on that. The Untrapped podcast, I'm not coming out with that until I finish my book and video course. I got way too much going on. But I'm excited, man. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're excited about the season. And I just want you to smash it and make a ton of money and see your business as a huge opportunity, not something that you're stuck doing, because you grow on the inside before anything else can grow. You have to grow. And if you are able to grow it on the outside, then you're going to have to catch up. And that's called growing pains, right? All right, cool. Over and out. Later.